One of the most disappointing movies of the year, and to be honest, not entirely unexpected. The depths to which this film stooped were truly astonishing. That's what Expendables 4 feels like. None of the other films in the franchise ever gave off that vibe. While they may not have had top-notch visuals, the explosions, fight scenes, and gunfire were usually enjoyable to watch. But all of that is thrown out the window here. Watch the video to analyze all aspects of movie, to know if the movie is worth watching. What's the story? In Expendables 4, the returning characters Barney Ross, Lee Christmas, Gunnar Jensen, and Toll Road, accompanied by newcomers Jaina, Easy Day, Gellin, and Lash, embark on a perilous mission in Libya to intercept a series of detonators. Unfortunately, the mission goes disastrously wrong, possibly due to treacherous betrayal within their ranks. The situation worsens when Barney's plane crashes, and Lee is forced out of the group for defying orders. Left with no choice, the remaining team members relentlessly pursue the heinous antagonist Romat, who is on board a ship bound for Russia. Despite being captured, their fortunes change when Lee locates them and brings along Barney's loyal comrade Decca. Their desperate quest unveils a horrifying revelation: a nuclear device capable of igniting World War III. Now, they must overcome Decca's formidable army, seize control of the ship, and uncover the true identity of Decca's ominous and malevolent superior, the enigmatic Ocelot. I want to share my story with you. I started my channel in early 2023 because I love talking about and reviewing movies and series. YouTube seemed like the perfect platform for me to express myself, as there are people who share my interest in reviewing movies. However, I have been feeling discouraged because I haven't received enough support. I have made the decision that if I don't reach 1,000 subscribers within a month, I will stop uploading videos. I have until the end of September to reach this goal, so please help me continue on this journey. Is it any good? 1. There are a few standout moments where we are treated to an immersive display of action. These scenes allow us to witness the excitement unfold without any distracting camera angles. In these instances, we are presented with captivating demonstrations of unique skills and truly awe-inspiring displays of speed and agility. Additionally, for those seeking a fix of intense combat, there is an abundance of gunfire and explosions. Rockets are launched, fuel tanks ignite, and vehicles soar through the air, delivering maximum carnage. These action-packed sequences excel at creating and sustaining an exhilarating frenzy. However, regrettably, there are certain elements that detract from the overall enjoyment. One such instance occurs early on in the movie during a large-scale action sequence. The camera focuses closely on Jason Statham and even 50 Cent as they handle guns atop heavily modified sand rails. Firstly, the camera angles are uncomfortably close to the actors, and further exacerbating the issue is the poor lighting, background, and overall visual quality. These aspects are so glaringly fake that it feels as though they were hastily put together using subpar equipment and a limited budget. These shortcomings are interspersed throughout a larger chase sequence, which is otherwise quite thrilling. The adrenaline and sense of danger are palpable until these close-up shots mar the experience. In addition to this, there is a segment involving the Expendables in an airplane, and the graphics used in this particular scene are reminiscent of outdated video game visuals from the early days of the PlayStation. They lack the finesse and sophistication one would expect from modern animation, and even calling it animation would be an insult to skilled animators and advanced computer graphics. To put it simply, the execution is abysmal. 2. This entry in the series may not be the absolute best, but it definitely has its moments. There are some entertaining character interactions and impressive fight scenes to enjoy. While there are parts that feel a bit slow and repetitive, like many sequels, Expendables, a clever way of renaming the Expendables 4, still manages to capture the easy camaraderie between the familiar faces of Stallone, Statham, Lundgren, and Kutcher who have been through it all. The addition of Ja, playing a former fighter who chooses peace over violence, brings an interesting dynamic to the group. He explains the toll that killing takes on his soul, and even though he eventually joins the action again, at least he made an effort. However, it is disappointing that Uwais, known for his outstanding performances in The Raid, Redemption, and The Raid 2, is cast as the villain. Director Scott Waugh maintains his usual style in this series, delivering some well-choreographed grappling sequences, but there are also moments that feel a bit overwhelming. The shootout aboard the ship had the potential to be thrilling, but instead, it becomes a waiting game for the ultimate showdown. How many more enemies do they have to take down before we can move on? Despite its flaws, Expendables still manages to ignite a sense of enthusiasm, leaving us wondering if this aging series can still live up to its title. I think that the most beautiful part when watching a movie is discussing the topic with other people. So tell me what you think about Expendables 4. What you like about the movie, what you hate about the movie, and how much you give the film out of 10. I will tell you in my rate at the end of the video. Is it any weak? 1. This movie is predominantly uninteresting except for Jason Statham, who is the only one from the Expendables crew that displays any kind of excitement or charm. The rest of the crew seems to be present solely due to contractual obligations. Even the talented Andy Garcia cannot salvage this film. It feels like he's reluctantly doing a favor for a friend while being annoyed about missing Happy Hour or something. His lack of enthusiasm is truly disappointing. There are a few moments where you can envision this film as a cheesy, low-budget, straight-to-sci-fi channel B-grade action flick that we can mindlessly enjoy. However, the groundwork for such a concept has already been poorly established. The ineptitude in creating a grade B film that fully embraces its cheesiness is the only redeeming quality. It's actually more challenging to accomplish than people realize. If successful, audiences can have a fun and entertaining experience. If unsuccessful, it can be awkward or even embarrassing. Going forward. 2. One of the most disappointing movies of the year, and, to be honest, not entirely unexpected. The depths to which this film stooped were truly astonishing. I must start by questioning where on earth the budget for this movie went. It's no joke, we need some accountants to examine how this film was made, because there is no way every penny was spent on its set pieces and action scenes. I was completely puzzled and deceived into thinking this was a high-quality Hollywood production. The special effects in this movie are laughable and ridiculous, not even comparable to the mediocre effects in films like The Flash. I couldn't believe my eyes. Some of the effects here are on par with those found in low-budget rip-off movies produced in someone's basement. That's what Expendables 4 feels like. None of the other films in the franchise ever gave off that vibe. While they may not have had top-notch visuals, the explosions, fight scenes, and gunfire were usually enjoyable to watch. But all of that is thrown out the window here. What is my rate? Ultimately, it turned out to be a disappointing movie. However, the previous 3 films were quite enjoyable. Personally, I did not find it appealing. The action sequences lacked excitement and the visual effects were subpar. Moreover, the humor in the movie fell flat, failing to add any convincing elements. So my rating for the movie is 4 out of 10. Do not forget to tell me your rating out of 10. And also do not forget to subscribe to the channel.